On the vintage lathe I bought, this spindle was missing the actual feed stop. This piece was missing altogether. I bought it on eBay. Unfortunately, the bracket that came with this is for a later model of the Atlas, and so it doesn't fit on here. The actual part on here matches the part in the 1941 parts list, which is actually a bracket that's bolted onto the main spindle here. Which was missing, and I'm also missing the actual bolts on the feed stop, and unfortunately this is a weird Acme 12 TPI threads per inch thread that it's even hard to get a tap for, so I guess I could make this on my lathe once I figured out how to cut threads on my lathe. But in the meantime, I will go ahead and keep looking on eBay for these parts and use 3D printed parts to replace these. So I'll 3D print the two nuts, and I'll print the brackets based on what I can see in the manual that's available. So this goes away. I'll keep it because it's a nice piece of bracket. And then I have printed the bracket, and I know this is not an equivalent to the metal bracket that originally comes with this. It will stop it, but I'm guessing that the full strength of the handles will probably rip this into pieces, but I can, if need be, I can print this thicker. And again, hopefully I will actually find a part online that is needed for this part. So this one I have printed out, matches up with these holes, so I can use these. I'm going to use hex nuts, which is not really in the spirit of 1941, but and then I printed these nuts that should go on to the Acme. I printed them to dimension, or actually I designed them to dimension, and then I had to scale it up a little bit because the plastic was binding with the thread, but this works out pretty nicely. And this one will go in here. Goes in here, so it will sit in the machine like this. And then there's a metal bracket on the actual headstock that will stop when you put these bolts together. So temporary solution, but you know, 3D printing, you gotta admire it.